Hello children, I hope you're doing fine, and so welcome back to the online classes for today, and we'll be doing social studies. Chapter is Northern Plains, chapter 3, page number 20. Now what we are going to cover up in this lesson, we have divided into 3 parts. First we are going to learn about the location of the Northern Plains, where it is situated. Then we will be talking about the 3 river basins, and then finally we'll be going through the life of the people in the Northern Plains, those who are living in the Northern Plains. Now the Northern Plains is also known as the Indo-Gangetic Plain, and as you can see in your maps, here you can see the Himalayas, right? And this Northern Plains is this green portion. It is situated just to the south of the Himalayas. Alright, this length of the Northern Plains, you can see it's given here in your books. It is 2,400 kilometers, and the breadth, this is the stretch, is between 240 to 320 kilometers. Alright, the Northern Plains, it is made up of very fertile soil, which is known as the alluvial soil. And this alluvial soil is brought down by the Himalayan rivers. As we know that the Himalayas are in the Northern Plains, just above the Northern Plains. So you have the Himalayan rivers which is flowing down, and it is bringing along with it the alluvial soil, which is the very fertile soil. And this soil makes the Northern Plains very rich in harvest crops. Okay. Many big rivers such as the Satluj, Ganga and Brahmaputra flows through this Northern Plains. Here is the Satluj, you can see over here. Then you have the Ganga, here is the Ganga, and then you have the Brahmaputra right over here. Okay, so with these 3 rivers, the basins are connected. So the Northern Plains, it can be divided into the 3 river basins, which is the Satluj basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. Firstly, we will be covering up with the Satluj, because Satluj is over here just on the west side. Okay, so we will start from there. The Satluj and its tributaries flows down the basin. The river Beas is the main tributary of the Satluj. The major states that lie in this Satluj basin are Punjab and Haryana. The climate of the Satluj basin is extreme. Summers are very hot and winters are very cold. The basin does not receive much rainfall. The main sources of irrigations are therefore tube wells, wells and canals. The main crop of the basin is wheat. Amritsar, Chandigarh, Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Ambala, Rohtak, Karnal, Hisar, Faridabad and Gurgaon are the main towns that lie in this basin. Alright, you can have a look at the tributaries of Satluj. It is given over here. See the river Beas over here, you can see. These rivers are connecting over here. These are the tributaries which is branching off from the main river. Alright, so that is it with the Satluj basin. Then we come to the next basin, which is the Ganga basin. The Ganga basin is situated to the east of the Satluj basin. It covers the largest part of the Northern Plains. The major states of this basin are Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal. The basin is watered by Ganga, Yamuna and their tributaries. The Ganga is the biggest river with a total length of 2,525 kilometers. So children, you can have a look and you can see that this Ganga basin, it is covering the major places. Delhi, that the major states that is lying in this Ganga basin is Delhi. Then you have Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal. Alright, and it originates from the Gangotri glacier. The Ganga, it starts from a glacier which is named Gangotri, and then it enters the northern plains, and that place where it is entering from the Gangotri to the northern plains, it is called Haridwar. Over there it enters with great speed. It is joined by many tributaries like the Ramganga, Yamuna, Gomati, Ghagra, Gandak and Koshi. All these rivers originate from the Himalayas and join the Ganga from the left. There are many other tributaries of the Ganga and Yamuna like Chambal, Betwa, Sindh, Ken and Son. They join these rivers from the right. They have their origin in the southern plateau. The Ganga flows through the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. In Uttar Pradesh, the Ganga is joined by the river Yamuna. And I'm sure you know this, it joins at a place called Prayag, which is in Allahabad. Yeah, it's near Allahabad. The meeting point of these rivers is called the Sangam. Allahabad is one of the most important holy places of the Hindus. The Ganga takes a sharp turn to the south as it enters West Bengal. Here it divides into many branches. One branch is called the Hooghly, flows through West Bengal. Kolkata, the second biggest city of India, is situated on the banks of this river Hooghly. I'm sure you know, all of you. The other branch is called the Padma, flows through Bangladesh. Finally, the Ganga reaches the Bay of Bengal at Ganga Sagar. At the mouth of the Bay of Bengal, the Ganga along with Brahmaputra forms the world's largest delta, which is called the Sundarbans. The climate of the Ganga basin is generally hot in summer and cold in winter. Its eastern parts receive more rain than the western parts. You have to remember this. The basin is made up of alluvial soil, the best soil for agriculture. The main crops of this basin are rice, wheat, millets, maize, cotton, jute, sugarcane and pulses. Haridwar, Kanpur, Delhi, Agra, Mathura, Lucknow, Varanasi, Allahabad, Patna and Kolkata are the main cities of this basin. Then we'll be going through the Brahmaputra basin. Alright? So we are in page 22. The Brahmaputra basin, you saw it is towards the eastern side, easternmost part of the northern plains. The plains is surrounded by hills and mountains on three sides. Assam, a small part of West Bengal, lie in this basin. This basin is formed by the mighty Brahmaputra river. It rises from a glacier about 100 kilometers southeast of Mansarovar Lake. In Tibet, the Brahmaputra is known as the Sangpo. The Brahmaputra basin receives the heaviest rainfall in India. So this makes the river swelly in the rainy season and it causes flood. The main crops grown are rice, jute and tea. The main cities are Guwahati, Shillong and Dispur. So that's it. These plains are the granary of the country. They produce more food than any other part of our country, and therefore the northern plains is also known as the food bowl of India because there is surplus production of food grains, and that's why it is known as the food bowl of India. Now we should talk about the life of the people in the northern plains. The states covered in the northern plains, we have already gone through it, that is Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal. Parts of Assam, Tripura lie in the northern plains. First we'll be talking about Punjab. We all know Punjab is known as the land of the 5 rivers. Okay, it is watered by the rivers Satluj, Beas, Ravi, etc. Very less rainfall Punjab is having over here. The main crops that are grown are wheat, rice, cotton and sugarcane. Canals and tube wells are the main means through which irrigation is done. Chandigarh is the capital. Punjabi and Hindi, these are the 2 main languages spoken in the state. And the Main festivals are Basant Panchami, Diwali and Vaishakhi. And all of you have seen, most of you, if you haven't gone to Punjab and seen the Amritsar, you know it is having a golden temple, Punjab, and that is very famous, this golden temple, and it is situated in Amritsar in Punjab. So that's all about Punjab. Then we come to Haryana, which is situated to the south of Punjab. The occupation of people over here is mainly farming. Dairy industry is also well developed. Haryana is sometimes called the milk pail of India. Chandigarh is the capital of Haryana. Gurgaon is a big industrial and residential town. Maruti Udyog, India's biggest car manufacturing factory, is situated in Gurgaon. Then we come to the capital of India, that's Delhi. All the offices, mainly of the President, Prime Minister, central government, are located in New Delhi. People of all states of India live in Delhi. Therefore, it is called the mini India. Why is it called mini India? Because people of all states live here. All the major festivals of India are celebrated. The main languages spoken are Hindi and Punjabi. Delhi is famous for historical monuments, alright, such as the Red Fort, Jama Masjid, Qutub Minar, Humayun Tomb, India Gate, Lotus Temple and Jantar Mantar. Then we come to Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, most populated state in India. Please underline. Farming is the main occupation of the people. It is the biggest producer of food grain and oil seeds in India. It is the biggest producer of gram, potato and sugarcane. It is even known as the sugar bowl of India. The main languages spoken here are Hindi and Urdu. Festivals, Diwali, Dussehra, Holi, Eid and Christmas. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Agra, Kanpur, Allahabad and Varanasi are the important cities. Agra is famous, for what? Taj Mahal. Yes. Allahabad, that is Agra. Then we come to Allahabad. Allahabad is famous for the Kumbh Mela, and Mathura and Varanasi are famous pilgrim centers. Then we come to Bihar. Bihar is towards the east of Uttar Pradesh. Patna is the capital. Rice, wheat, sugarcane, pulses are main crops. It is very thickly populated. Hindi, Urdu, common languages spoken. Maithili and Bhojpuri are widely spoken too. Chhath is the main festival. Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are important pilgrim centers for the Buddhists. Nalanda was the oldest Buddhic learning center. Bodh Gaya is the place where the Lord Buddha attained nirvana or enlightenment. And then we come to our own state, that is West Bengal. It is situated in the east of India. The land here is very fertile due to the delta which is formed by the Ganga and Brahmaputra. Kolkata is the capital of the state. It has many tourist spots such as Victoria Memorial, Howrah Bridge, now the Ravindra Setu, Parasnath Temple, Eden Gardens and Birla Planetarium. Rice and fish is the staple food of the people. Bengali is the main language. The men wear dhoti kurta and the women wear sari blouse. Durga Puja, most important festival. Football, most popular game. People of West Bengal love painting, music, dance and literature. Ravindra Sangeet is the most popular form of music. Rasgulla, Chamcham and Sandesh are the famous sweets of West Bengal. And lastly, we have Assam, which is watered by Brahmaputra. Farming main occupation of the people. Rice, jute and tea are the main crops. Assam is called the tea garden of India. People wear silkworms. They rear silkworms. The rearing of silkworms is known as sericulture. Please underline this. The main festival is Bihu. Dispur is the capital of Assam. Please go through the keywords, that is silt, tributary and delta. Go through the points to remember, and the rest of the exercises and question answers will be given to you. through the PDFs. So thank you. That's all for today. Have a nice day, children. And please go through your lesson properly. Thank you.